Hello, everyone. Welcome back in to North 7 Cards. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, North 7 Cards, and on eBay, North-of-the number 7. Today we got for you the 2025 Topps Heritage Baseball Hobby. Piece of break number 13 here on May the 8th. Let us know in the chat, who are we looking for today? Get our 12 boxes out here. McGraw today. That's insane. There we are. Alright, 12 boxes. Good luck, everyone. How we doing, Blizzy? Yep, those Knicks. Another 20-point comeback. But you never know when it's the playoffs. You never know what happens going back to New York. Alright, Fox at number 1. Good luck, everyone. Doing very well, Blizzy. Appreciate you asking. To you as well. And to Dave and Tug McGraw, who would love to know when Tug McGraw played. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I mean, they're the defending champs, so until they're down, they're not out. Yeah, 70s. 70s feels about right, just for that name. No way, really? I was gonna make a joke about it. If that's true, that's funny. Actually, when I first thought it, I thought of, I was thinking of Tim McCarver for some reason. Let's see some Casey Blizzy. Absolutely, sports and vibes and fast card. See some nice hits in this one. 65 to 84. Geez, almost 20 years. There you go, Jim. 4 decades? Really? Wow. I'm too young for McCarver playing days. There we are. Good luck, everyone. Mayo Job, our first rookies. There is Wyatt Langford. Early on to get an image variation for Langford. Fast. Let's make the dream a reality. Wow, late 50s and early 80s is crazy. Miranda, or B. Mead, Fitz, Jace Young, 71 of 150. Well, the Jace Young spot. I appreciate it, Jim. Now back in the Allen and Ginter days. That's a wild time. Over right, Duran. Mookie Arrighetti. Valdez. 25th anniversary Jackson Merrill. Michaelis. Bregman. Schellenbach. Moreno. Pretty much looking in a mirror. That Caglione, I'm guessing you're referring to. 119 of 200. Freddie Freeman. Not guaranteed it. Tubin, Marte. Wow. Cruz. Adele. Weigman, Gilbert. Reyes. Out of 5 or less. So Andrew Painter, Corbin Burns, and Corbin Burns. Yeah, I remember reading that. Lindor, Royce Lewis, Schneeman, Escotino, Reynolds. Massey. Clubhouse Collection Relic GT Real Muto. Thinking it was Chase off. I mean, it happens to the best of us, but that is unfortunate. You're thinking you were getting the deal of the century. Take it for $250. McLean. Hap. Wells 25th anniversary Grissom and Jake Bloss. I mean, you lay out that scenario, and it does make a lot of sense. That would be amazing. Corbin Super. So we must be coming up close to your Caglione prediction deadline. With the Royals calling them up. A way to hedge. And if you want some grace, I'll give you to the end of May. At one point it was 30 days. It's probably more than 30 days ago. I mean, the Royals need the help. They need the bat. They need a spark. And if you told me one of the Royals and Tigers were gonna not have a great start to the season, I wouldn't have thought it would have been the Royals, or at least not as good as the Tigers. Like, are they fourth in the division right now? Man, even then, you would think they could use them. Third. That's. I mean, it feels 22 and 16, not as bad as it kind of feels at the moment. Box number 2. Schneemann, Thor Chapman. Fitz. Series Zenzo. Sasaki. ERA leaders, Skubal, Blanco, Valdez. Oh, Blanco at that low of an ERA. Does catch me by surprise. Peralta. Arrow. Adele. Oh, what is that? That is Vidal Bruin. 1 of 5 on the red. Tigers first, absolutely. Great start to the year. Congrats to the Bruin spot. And then we got the Clubhouse Collection relic, Aaron Judge. Nice red wrong player. Contreras. Cruz 25th anniversary. Crochet. Amador. Ian Tyon. With the Yankee. And sometimes guys can't handle both days or both games in a day. Adams, Corbin Burns, Kowser, Lubob, 71 of 76, Jake Berger. Even then, I remember being at a doubleheader and the amount of changes they made were crazy. Right, Johnson, Marte. Is that one of the chases for Burns? Ryan, Cole Keith, Horner, Emmanuel Clase, Contreras. Rodriguez, Thorpe, Dusty's boy, Darren Baker, I have no idea. Arias, Otani, Ozuna. Can I just pick a random place in Texas and guess? Like Frisco, Semyon, Hoskins. I didn't even know he's in AAA. Oh, Round Rock All-Star. I thought that was no, I'm thinking of the Bowman insert. That's not Round Rock. Freddie Freeman. Briscoe. Alright, so I'm not as wrong as I could have been. Suarez. Morel Hoffman. Pasquantino. Box number 3. Brown Rock Express is great. God, some of those names are just insane. You know what? I will give it to them that they get creative. Yeah, the San Antonio Sod Poodles is insane. Oh, Frisco is AA. Can't say I've seen a lot of them. They're fast. Judge even getting the pinstripe in there. I didn't even realize he was wearing the World Series jersey and has the old turtlenecks. Gallup, Sosa. Robert Lopez. Zach Geloff, Clubhouse Collection Relic. Going to the Geloff spot. Third box. Yeah, no ink yet, Matthew. Zabrowski. Pajas. There's a Jaron Duran. Bench. Michaelis. Ozzy Albies, 25 of 150. For Albies. Dave, if you don't remember, there's not there's not a point to remembering. You know, we don't like to look in the past. We like to, you know, look ahead. Look in the present, look in the future, enjoy the moment. No, they lost in 5. Kowser. Thorpe. Usual. Trout. Parker. Quan. Sasaki in the blue. Alcantara. Good old history final. J. Robert Oppenheimer, Luis Castillo, but not the one that got traded to the Orioles. That threw me for a loop for a solid amount of time. Thinking that Seattle gave him up for cash considerations. Burleson, Matos. JC, Jacob Wilson. Alcantara. Ramirez. Kopech. Burke, Colt Keith, Nicholas, Mania, Glacius, Trey Adele, Yogi Berra, and Skeens. You know what? Yeah, it's a good organizational move to not have to confuse Luis F. Castillo and Luis M. Castillo anymore. But even like the fact that I'm getting notifications about it, I should not be getting notifications for that Luis Castillo. I went through a whole 2 minutes of like, oh my god, are the Orioles back? Really, I guess if they're going down to 4, you think he's a bullpen guy? Yeah, if the bats aren't working, the pitching isn't there to help them. I mean, Gilbert, Bryce Miller, was the other one I can't think of? Blue. There's another like Kirby. That's what I couldn't think of. I mean, does that make him expendable? Can you go get a bat for him if you're Seattle? How many? I'll go with 7, 6. Lee, Whitney, Bliss. Crawford, McLean. There's Mason Wynn on the Clubhouse Collection relic. Really? Wow. Wow, best in the league statistically? The answer's not enough. Bieber. Griffin, Castellanos. James Wood, 25th anniversary, Bichette. Speaker, Orlando Arcia. Good old Barking at the Rain. Cruz. Low. Junior. Clemente. Later Merrill. Royce Lewis. Bloss. Four. All right, I'll take 4. Is still pretty good. And I noticed that when they were playing the Yankees, I think I was watching Crick, Skubal, Reagans, Gilbert. They were just talking about, if he figures it out soon, like that team is going to be a lot more of a problem. And you think then they're adding at the deadline to get slightly better. Mookie. Amador, victory leaders, Sale, Wheeler, Imanaga. Again, Reagans. 76 player icons, Paul Skeens. Conforto. Skubal. Martinez. There you go. Noah Norby. Wagner. JC. Pero. Assad. I do remember the last time you were in a break that you didn't watch. Madrigal. Mead. Oh, 5. go. MCP in the building. Nothing that's jumping out. Bowman, we hit a couple Franklin Ariases. First 2 breaks of those. Margot Robbie, 101. Top of the morning to you. MJCP 11. Still Celtics in 3. Right now it looks like Celtics in 3 more like Cancun on 3. That game was incredible. I knew you'd appreciate that one, Blizzy. Should be up 2-0, should be 1-1. Yeah, there was a couple, both the games were pretty good. Yeah, guarantees coming from Dave. He's putting guarantees on me. Hoskins. Wilson. Jax Burns. Pete Alonso, the Clubhouse Collection relic. We watch it all. Hockey, basketball, baseball. Seth Brown. Wells. Peru Contreras. Dana Glaber. Del Castillo. Red or better. Definitely top loading us. Again, these are all amazing, the things that I've said. Curio Class A 7 of 76. Who doesn't love the polar bear? Crochet, except for maybe the Mets. I just disrespecting them with some offers. Bryce Harper in the 25th anniversary. Arenado. Cepho. Fitz. Ooh, there you go. Nice Willier first auto. Mayo. Harriet Beecher Stowe, Holloway Jr., Louder, 53 of 200, Matt Chapman. One stack. Varsho. Judge Strider. Boom. All right, Getty. Trout. Job. RB Assad. Bryce Reynolds. These are amazing, all the things I said. Luis Gil, 63 of 150. Alright, I won't act shocked when it happens. Apparently. Contreras. Woodrow Wilson, Brenton Doyle. There's a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Alternate cartoon variation for Vlad Jr. Guarantee of the guarantees. Wow, recap of guarantees is that would be a lot. Real Muto. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Fletcher. Lighter short print. Lubob. Alright, halfway box of break. 2 reds and 3 red autos. MCP, did you happen to catch any of the Winnipeg Dallas game? That was Nico Randon is insane. Like, that is a man on a mission. Natural hat trick, back-to-back hat tricks, insane. 2012 Bowman player break. In single periods, yeah, that's even more ridiculous. All right. box. That was a good game. Third period was just lock it down. Garland Poe, Ian Happ. Got a gold. It is Hunter Goodman, 34 of 50. What the Goodman spot? Yeah, that's fair. Because big. Sasaki, Sprowski, McCarthy, Eater, Hoffman, or Elvis, Holiday, Pajes. Yeah, we got another breakers delay case coming up. King, Birdsong, Langford, Diaz, Graceffo, Cunha Jr., Gonzalez, Cowser, Luki, Lindor, Sanoa. Fair enough, Lizzie. Probably pretty late for you. Ernest Hemingway, Lucas Ursag, Victor Robles, 40 of 76 for Robles. It's always good when you get in those cleanup modes. Glasnow, Senzo, Gurriel, 25th anniversary, Corbin Carroll, Yoshida, Opie, Ordan, Springer, James Wood, Marte, Elk Suarez, Keith, Julio Rodriguez, image variation, J-Rod. UCA, Thomas, Darno, Jackson, Merrill on the Clubhouse Collection Relic. Judge J-Rom Rooker. that does sound delicious. Lizzie, you've been going to work? I love it. Dubois. 2024 World Series. Holmes. Orby. I do appreciate that that's your version of a lazy cake. Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies. Dual player relic. Acuna Jr. Albies. Randomize that one at the end. Gucci, Baldwin. Zach Brown. Stats. We get the father and son. Roger and Cody Clemens. Mayo. Labor in the dark blue. Randy Johnson through the years. I definitely am. Also not traditionally my sport that I know a lot about. Cronenworth. Dingler. '84 of 200. ERA leaders. School Blanco Valdez. Doyle. Gallo Sogard. Johnny Rockefeller, McCutcheon. Lindor. Saga. Job. JC. Through the years of Ron Guidry. Detmers. Tana. Gavin Sheets. I can't wait to hear this one. No, there's a case. Opening up a case on eBay tomorrow. Rocky's doing it. So card Varsho. Schwarber. Wilt Wagner 121 of 150. I don't think Gary Vee would guarantee that. Suarez. Wish I could bust out my Gary Vee impression, but it usually involves a lot of swearing. That's just kind of who he is. Muto, Noel. And 5 boxes to go. He does like to tell people that they're so young. Then I believe we have in rotation as an option of between 4 and 6. There are not any at the moment. Oh, yeah, that is true. That is true. Appearances. I guess that is the reason in getting into it, and he's famous and has famous friends. Guaranteed it. It's a lot of guarantees. Like I'm not Mark Messier. I don't make guarantees. I don't make guarantees, and I don't ask questions. Known to be reckless. I'm actually born to be wild. James Madison, hers. Schneeman. Judge at 24. Record breaker. Chrome. Bliss. Sasaki, Rhett Lauder. On a rookie auto, real ones, Rhett Lauder. Pamela Anderson with Fran Dresser's voice. I wish I could bust out a Fran Drescher impression, but I don't think I could do that. I also don't think I'd want to do that to people. Churio, Norby, Zaletta, Fanez Bregman, Joeli, Big Good Christmas, Johnsky Noel. I know who Fran Drescher is. It's the one that sounds like Lois Griffin. That's how I remember her. She's got the super nasally voice. Arcia, Del Castillo. Can I tell you anything she's done? No. Bake McBride. What a name. Cruz. Jackson Holiday. Sale Sweeney. Clemente. Autos, we got a Rhett Lauder. Is that the first auto? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Rhett Lauder is the first auto. Vidal Brujan out of 5. The Nanny doesn't sound familiar. Marte, Webb, Langford, Robert Morris, Cunha Jr., Tuve, Rodon, Kowser, strikeout leaders, Skubal, Reagans, Logan Gilbert. Rose Keith, Rod Carew, DeGrom, I guess I just know the name. Wait, is Fran Drescher? No. Zaletta, I was about to say she, what's her face from Friends, but I don't think that's Fran Drescher. Or maybe it is. Conforto. Freedom. Madden. Oh, we got Judge. Flipped bat variation for Aaron Judge. Manassas. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sure I've watched an 80s show, but I can't think of one that I have. Tanner Houck, 30 of 99. Gallen. Skubal. Jones. Assad. Conine. Now I'm even just trying to think of an 80s show. Besides the two that you've already said. I mean, it also is almost like... It wasn't it, Ted Danson? Wasn't, oh man, now I can't think of his name. Ted Danson's the only one I could think of that was in that show. Woody, that is who I was thinking of. Okay, I was gonna say it and I was gonna feel dumb to say Woody Harrelson. I've seen clips of it, but I've never watched it in its entirety. Jeffersons I've only heard of. No idea what Taxi is. Night Court. Magnum P.I. I know. Tom Selleck. $4 to go. Wonder Years. Facts of Life. My parents would probably be thrilled right now by the options you're throwing out there. Samuel Morse, Rutschman. It'd be funny if Samuel Morse invented something not the Morse code. Arenado, Jordan, York. Mark Vientos. 12 of 76. Happy Days is... I don't know. Happy Days was the 80s. Different Strokes. Again, know of. Roseanne... I know of, but I don't, never really cared for it. Miller. See, 90s shows at least I watch and know a little more. Ortiz. Clubhouse Collection Relic. Stephen Kwan. Wow, this is very impressive. Ariel Rodriguez. Urseg. Castellanos. The 2024 World Series. Gauser, Trout King, Lopez, Keith Holiday, well, I'm happy to unimpress you, Dave. Madden, Corbin Carroll, 25th anniversary. Wade Acuna Jr. Through the years, Ricky Henderson. Wilson. Thank you, Chris. I'm glad you brought that back up. That is definitely who I'm confusing. AL championships. I was purely going off voice with that. DeGrom. Holmes, Weaver. That might be one of the most insane accents I've ever heard, is hers. Scooble. Woo. Kirby. Gomber. Marte. Blaylock. I think I can just hear her voice in my nightmares. Nothing against her, because she did a great job with that character, but just her like, oh my god, like that voice, and yeah, way more nasal rasp or whatever you want to call it. However, 3 minutes till first pitch. You or me? Big Brunson guy over here. I love a physical lefty. What about you, MCP? What's your opinion on the Massachusetts accent, the Boston accent? Again, I've heard of some of those shows. He also named a bunch of them, so I had a bunch of options. Reeboks, go. Ellinger. Zuleta. Francisco Lindor. Image variation Lindor. No, I just wanted to know your opinion on the accent. No, you don't. Yeah, you don't. Now that I think about it, yeah, you don't really have much of an accent. But some people definitely do. And I also enjoy that accent, so even if you did have it, I'd be sitting there enjoying it. Just let you talk. Sogard. Gary. Schneeman. Ref Snyder. Schwarber. Guessing you're saying closet Red Sox fan. Class A. Yeah. Magwell. Martinez. Quick, ask me about the Killer Bees again. I think I can get it this time. Ew. Wood. Nolan Arenado, our second out of 5. 2 of 5. Nolan Arenado. What, roof? That's a crazy. That show had a wild ending. Barrios, McCutchen. Somehow Acuna, Hayes. I did not know they had a card set. Suarez. Bregman. Breaker knows dinosaurs. Yes. Hicks, J-Rom. Walker. Put best there. Father and son. Roger and Cody Clemens. Clase Herrera. Rough? What? Roof sounds like rough. Really, Heim. Carter. GC. Peanut Cags would be incredible. Mirror. I have watched Dinosaurs not in a very long time. Like, I kind of just remember the ending. The ending in the episode where he takes steroids, or if they're not supposed to say that, takes performance enhancers, is the only 2 episodes I remember. Moto, Kikuchi. Collins. Austin Wells. Clubhouse Collection Relic. Then it's allowed. Glass now. Got the RBI leaders: Judge, J-Rom, Brent Rooker. 112 RBIs for Rooker. That's insane. Merrill, Kwan. And we got it. 2 boxes to go. No, I just slipped out. Just slipped out. My bad. I'm not. RBI. Runs batted in. You did, and I appreciate that, MCP. What is that? That just hurt my brain. RSBI? That's really dumb. You know, maybe jokingly, I'll throw ribbies out there. Two boxes left to go. James Gordon Bennett Senior, Mookie. Schwarber. I wish I could see another Jung-Hoo Lee, the nickname variation, because his nickname is awesome. Grandson of the Wind, I think. Hers 1 of 76. Brooks Robinson, Gunnar Henderson. Clubhouse Collection, the dual relic. Ribeyes. I mean, they're done in a joking context, so I feel like that's what allows it. Porthouse, Lugo. Yeah, it was because of this product that I found it out and then looked it up because I wanted to know why he was named that. It was because his dad was Father of the Wind? Or no, Son of the Wind? Imanaga, Carew, Soderstrom. Hooligans. No, that's awesome. Wilson. Weathers, home run leaders. Otani, Ozuna, Schwarber. They got plenty of RBIs. Cavadas. RBIs galore. I think so. He played in the KBO, if I'm not mistaken. Katana. Cantillo. Guidry. Cease. Cease had a no-hitter going into at least the 6th inning yesterday, and I was terrified. Mena. Baldwin. Huck. Alvarez. Hill. Rick Dempsey. Chvili. Shansky and Noel. F. Scott Fitzgerald. McCray. I see his name and just think of Ted when they're talking about what the F stands for. Judge. Volpe back to back. Profar Benintendi. George Brett. Did not do that. Bassett. In. Father and son. Mother Roger and Cody Clemens. Might go to Manuel. Low or Lau. I thought it was Lau. Billy. Thomas Rayu. Peralta. JC. Edgardo Enriquez. 41 of 99. Caballero, J-Rom, Chisholm Jr., stolen base leaders. Bieber. Out of Gary, Duran. That will bring us into the last box here in our break. Last box magic. Oh no. Oh. Did he write The Great Gatsby? No, not super long. Alright, cool. I think the only reason... No, I know because I read it in high school, but also it's in the scene in Ted when they're talking about F. Scott Fitzgerald, because she asked them who wrote The Great Gatsby, and they both have very different guesses. I read it in high school, so the answer to that is no, because I read what I had to understand to do tests. Next one is at 1 o'clock, I believe. Lizzie, I'll check at the end and let everyone know, but I believe 1 o'clock is the next break. Yeah, could have done Spark Nodes, but the movie about the bear, which they made a TV show of, that was really, really funny. And I would say Bill and Ted if I was referencing that. I've actually never watched How I Met Your Mother, which I've gotten a lot of oohs and ahs about that. And it's funny. It's Family Guy humor, which I know is not for everyone. The show is a lot funnier. Pennington, Edison, Shvili, Big Diaz, Wells. What is coming out of this last box? Michaelis, Happ, Will Warren. Logan Gilbert, Clubhouse Collection Relic. Yeah, Thomas Edison was the first president. No, Thomas Edison wasn't also the sonograph on top of the light bulb. Soderstrom, Mayo, Paro, Sanchez, Wilson, RBI leaders: Judge, J-Rom, Brent Rooker. Mountcastle, Quintana. I have one friend that's watched How I Met Your Mother multiple times. Ortiz, 95 of 200. Jameson Taillon. I actually should get an exact number. He's rewatched How I Met Your Mother, New Girl. There's a couple shows he's watched multiple times. Permine. Comically stuck to my finger. Louder. Fajes. J-Rod, 25th anniversary. Hunter Brown. Cruz. Dukia. I think he also falls asleep watching it. Eliotani Tarang, stolen base leaders. Sanchez, Churio, Luzardo, Montero. Friday Night Lights, I could always go back to Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights, Modern Family would be my two. I could always go back to. 20 of 150, Spencer Schwellenbach. Schwellenbach blue chrome. Matsui's, JC. Job. Suarez, Alvarez, Malloy, Norby, Bruin, Verseg, Cabadas, Meriwether Lewis, did not know, I thought his first name was Lewis, Gomber, yeah, The Office, but with The Office, you gotta stop and then just skip to the final episode at some point. Dealing with the whole Jim and Pam and the sound guy, that whole storyline sucked. Trout, Zabrowski, Robleski, Chaparro. This also shows I have to go back and actually finish. So some of them I have to restart. Mays, Meadows, Mena, Aaron Judge, 76 of player icons, Benintendi, Bush, oh, Parks and Rec, that's true. Sogard, King, you like that storyline? How's it, Gary? Locklear, hey, you gotta get listed in your podcast. They're adding it to the Golden Globes next year, I think. Yoshida, and finish it off with base Shane Baz. Oh. I suffered through the entire thing. It is part of the story. It just felt a little cheap and lazy for me. Alright, everyone. Let's do our recap. Schwellenbach, Taillon, Enriquez, Lindor image, Vientos, Houck, Aaron Judge with the flipped bat variation, Wagner, 84 of 200, ERA leaders, J-Rod Image, Robles, Hunter Goodman, Vlad Jr., the alternate cartoon, Luis Heel, Chapman, Clase, Albies, Berger, 1/5, Vidal Brujan, Freeman, Young, Langford on the image. Then our relics and auto. Logan Gilbert, 1/76, Brooks Robinson, and Gunnar Henderson. Austin Wells, Stephen Kwan, our auto, Rhett Lauder, Acuna Jr. Albies, randomize that, Merrill, Alonzo, Mason Wynn, Zach Geloff, Aaron Judge, JT Realmuto. Scott's Tots is so... Yeah, Scott's Tots is... It's a tough one to watch. I usually do watch it. 2/5, Nolan Arenado. Seem like? Oh, yeah. I mean, to me, it's so bad, but it's kind of what makes it so funny. Unfortunately, like, in a bad context. Alright, well, let's do our randomizations. From last night sitting there. I'll start with the multiplayer cards. There we are. Good luck, everyone. Left, middle, right sides. Final round here. This one is going all left. There we go, Blizzy, calling that one. Let me try cards. Tropa cards and out to our duos. Power of the Manifest, Blizzy. Go 5 rounds here. All left and right sides. This one is going all right. All right for the duels. We got our dual mems. Just up Acuna. 50%. 50% not bad when it's 1 for 2. Alright, calling. I guess we're calling Albies in the first one. Final round here. Ronald Acuna Jr. And the last one here, we got the numbered. 1/76, Brooks Robinson and Gunnar Henderson. Go, Brooks Robinson and Gunnar Henderson. Oh, you guys split on it. Go each in it 3 times, 5 rounds here. Final round. This one is going to the Gunnar spot. Gunnar Henderson, 1/76. We believe, Dave. That's what we got. And with that, everyone, back to 50%. It will wrap us up here for the 2025 Topps Heritage Baseball Hobby case break number 13 here on May the 8th. Thank you, everyone who joined in on this one. If you are going to check out our next break in here, 2025 Bowman Baseball Breakers Delight. And that is case break number 3, going down at 1 o'clock Eastern, just over 20 minutes from now. Bowman Baseball Breakers Delight, break number 3. All right, everyone, if you are going to join those later breaks, we will see you then. If not, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.